How many of you have ever experienced foot pain? Good morning, my name is Lorraine Lewis. Unfortunately, most Americans experience foot pain on the daily, or they have experienced it at some point in their life, and they often take it for granted. Majority of foot pain is caused by ill-fitting shoes. Today, we will be discussing the short-term and long-term consequences of ill-fitting shoes, and also how to prevent your shoes from fitting poorly. Short-term consequences can be caused by loose or tight-fitting shoes. So loose-fitting shoes can cause your corns or blisters. So corns is where the skin thickens around a joint to protect it so that nothing happens to the joint. Blisters is where two layers separate because something is rubbing it and fluid fills that area of separation. Next, shoes that fit too tightly can cause ingrown toenails or athlete's foot. So ingrown toenails is where the nail grows but the skin grows over the top, and this is often caused when a shoe squeezes the toes. So that's very painful, and a pus pocket creates around the end of the toenails. Athlete's foot is caused by a fungus that invades the skin because of the sweat and everything else that's involved in sweating of the foot, and this is caused by shoes that fit too tightly and your foot cannot breathe. Lastly, Mod Pod's Sports Podiatry defines another condition that is called plantar fasciitis, which is where the tissue that connects your toes to your heels begins to be inflamed. It is very painful from the moment that you wake up to the moment you go to bed, but it can easily be fixed. Long-term consequences are stuff that accumulates over time and it just becomes worse, and just changing your shoes doesn't help it because it's already really bad. These are things like back pain, bunions, or collapse and fallen arches. So back pain is typically caused by wearing high heel shoes or shoes that have no support at all. But the bad part about back pain is that you have to go see a chiropractor, and they want you to come see them multiple times a month, and it's very expensive. Bunions is where the bone in your first joint kind of swells up, and it gets really big, and it hurts really bad to walk on the balls of your feet like you're supposed to. And those have to be surgically removed. So they're not easily removed, they're not easily taken care of, and surgery is often very expensive, and it requires a lot of prep and a lot of time. Jenny Cook, who owns a shoe company called Atrax and writes for Footprint blogs, defines collapse and fallen arches as when a person has no or little arch in their foot. This is commonly fixed by wearing special shoes that are made by podiatrists specifically for your foot, and they're not usually attractive, so it's very expensive because you have to go to a podiatrist and get them prescribed and all this stuff. So most of your long-term effects have very expensive and many more appointments attached to them. Prevention of all of these things can be very easily taken care of from the get-go, and that's that you want to wear shoes that fit correctly on your foot. You want to try them on before you buy them. You don't want to say, I have to break them in. I need to get them adjusted to my foot. That's not good. It's not common. It's going to cause blisters. They're going to be too tight. They're going to be too loose. Many different things happen when they don't fit correctly when you buy them in the store. The other thing is you do not need to buy shoes that do not fit just because they are on sale. This is not good. They're never going to fit like you want them to fit, and they're never going to be as comfortable as you want them to be. Also, don't buy shoes that are online because they typically do not come in the size and how they fit like they're supposed to. So please always try before you buy, and if you are experiencing any of these issues, talk to a doctor. In conclusion, we have discussed short-term and long-term consequences that are caused by ill-fitting shoes. We have also discussed prevention of all of these issues. Majority of the foot pain that people experience is caused by ill-fitting shoes. Foot and Ankle Associates of Maine state that there are 33 joints, 26 bones, and 100 ligaments in the foot that can cause more severe issues than one realizes. Thank you.